Hello, fellow Aviator pilots. Hope you're not crashing the plane like the Aviator Pro. The Aviator Pro is going to lose his license very soon if he keeps on doing this. This is not fair, right? So, starting off 3K, very good start. I was off to a very good start, gentlemen. Very, very good start. It was a very good start. I can't really say much about that, but as evident, just look at this. So, right from the beginning, started off very well, and I always tell myself I play the normal way. So the normal way for me is 5x and 15x. So at this point I was going for the exact 15x, and I also managed to pick up my 15x. I get 3068. Perfect, right? That's a very good start. So what that means is I've actually doubled my initial investment immediately, and I'll be honest with you, that's in less than a minute. I always say to people, what sort of business would you do that can double your money in a couple of minutes? I mean, this was a couple of seconds. I mean, to be honest, there's nothing like that. I mean, the opposite is also true. Which other business would you find that will give you, I mean, that will eat up your money in 5 minutes? I mean, that can eat up maybe 100K in 5 minutes. It's this one. So it's a peculiar sort of business in some way. The Aviator was very joyful at this point, and it was very kind, and it was just one pink after another, right? So as usual, I target my 5x, I pick my 9.44. Yes, that's perfect. And then I wait for the next one. I always tell myself, let's go normal, right? There are times that I normally then take risks. Yes, I do. But at this point, just look at this. What a nice escape, right? 15x, I'm on 10K. I mean, to be honest with you, this is 2 minutes. It's actually under 2 minutes. I've managed to treble my initial investment. This is where my whole discussion is today, to say, guys, look, is it not about greed now that I have to continue playing? I mean, to be honest with you, 2 minutes was good enough. I know we love playing Aviator and we want to spin more, we want to try and grab more. Yes, because of the histories that we've seen in the past. We've seen a couple of pinks coming in, maybe 4 or 5 pinks in a row. We've seen a few pinks maybe in 10 rounds, yes. But to be honest, if it's not about greed, what else could it be, right? I always remember my Indian brother who said, my brother, and do not be greedy. And I mean, to be honest, it's the greed that has always killed us. And I hope that will be very useful for, I mean, to some of us who are really taking this game to another level, those that are really like serious with this game. So look, it's a nice one. At times, you know what, there's that temptation that tells you, it just pushes you to say, maybe just try one more spin. Maybe one more, place another one, and then maybe the last one, or maybe just the last one, or maybe let's round up the figure. Let's make it 9K, or let's just round it down maybe to about 8K, or maybe one or two more spins. It's always the case. You're not alone in this. I'm sure everyone will really experience the exact same thing, and you'll always regret, right? So no matter how many times you've regretted, if I ask you this question and you have to answer it, I mean, to be objectively or honestly, you will tell me the honest truth. You've continued to do the exact same thing. The question is, why do you keep on doing the exact same thing? It's actually a very strange thing, but we always do that. And most of the times I always ask myself the questions, did I even refer to my notes during the time that I was playing? Or maybe it was just a situation where I just continued playing, being pushed by the game. Right, so at this point, I'm just looking at those purples that have been coming through. Those purples are very nice, and there's one business concept that someone just shared with me. So I'll share it with you just now, but all I want you to note is look at the history. It's been 5 purples in a row, and I'm sure the previous one was a pink, right? Meaning it has gone maybe 6 times, giving us 2x and above, which is a purple. Now this is the 7th time it's also giving us an above 2x. So there's a business concept that someone spoke to me about, and I would love to really share that with you. And as you can see right now, I've also started again, and I just tell myself I'm still going to play the normal way, but the temptation comes in. Yes, I just pick it up. What do I get? 12K, right? So to be honest, if I'd left, I would have left with 9K earlier on, or I would have left with 7K. But at this point, because I soldiered on, I managed to get it to 12K, which is, I've managed to at least make my money, quadruple my money, right? Which is times 4 in just under 5 minutes. What else would one want? I mean, to be honest, it's just about us not being fair at some time or some point in time. Because this game, like we always shared in the past videos, you realize that we spoke about the issue of being patient. We spoke about the issue of timing your sessions, right? To say this is when to end the session. At times the sessions are very short, right? Like for instance, this 2-minute session was going to be a perfect one. 2-minute session, 5-minute session, you look at the balance, you look at from where you started from, and then you leave. Because in many a times, I maybe start off and push and I gain maybe 3K in about 15 minutes. So I go up, down, down, up, down, down, But by the time I exit in about 15, 20 minutes, I would only have gained maybe something like 2.5, 3K. But I always tell myself, I need to be patient so that I can catch it. So just get patient, grow the balance bit by bit, then I'll take the risks later on when I know my balance is now a little bit stable and stuff like that. So at this point, to be honest with you, I had just gone for a very, very long time. Contemplating, should I leave or should I continue? But then I continued to play because I thought maybe it might actually give me a pink, or maybe something's going to happen. But anyway, back to the issue that I was speaking about regarding there's a business concept that someone shared with me a few days ago and said, look, if I give you 1,000 today and you were to double it 9 times, if you're able to double the capital that you have 9 times, you'd be a millionaire. I was like, no, man, that's crazy. So I took my calculator quickly. So as soon as I grabbed my calculator, I started calculating. So 1,000 times 2, what does it give to me? So it gives me 2,000. So then I calculated the second time. I said 2,000 times 2,000 times 2, it gave me 4,000. Then 4 times 2 gave me 8K. 8K times 2, 16. 16 times 2, 32. 32 times 2, 64. 64 times 2, 128. 128 times 2, 256. 256 times 2, 512. And on the 10th time, actually, it then gives me 1,024,000. I started scratching my head. Okay, if this is possible, why don't we do it on Aviator? Because the Aviator gives me a 50x. It gives me 50 times. So why do I not maybe try and play around that strategy? So there was a point where we got something like about 7 rounds over 2x. I'm thinking if I was doubling it, I would have been getting somewhere. But obviously, there's no way I'm going to put 32,000 and make it double. But at least I can split my bets and say, okay, fine, I'm going to go for 4Ks and try and go for doubles. And then if I gain something, I can get them into 8K, and then if I pick one, maybe I can pick the other one, or I can pick both, whatever happens, but at least I'll be going up, right? I might not end up in the million section 9 times, but maybe I can succeed maybe 4, 5, 6 times. But if I succeed 4, 5, 6 times, it means maybe I might be in a very good zone. Maybe I'll be in my 40, 50, 60Ks. And then from there, I can start playing something different. How about that strategy? Shall we try it? It's one of those things that I'm contemplating to do, but I assure you, I'm going to try it out. Maybe on my next deposit, I'm going to do that. I'm going to try and do the ×2 strategy and see if it works. If you can, also try it. And please let me know in the comment section what has come out of that sort of trial. But it's going to be a trial. I'm going to do it. I'm going to try it. The only thing that's very painful about trying that is when the big pinks come in and I'm already out at about 2x, that is where I'll be crying. Because I've always tried to make the videos that are very small videos that go for small values, because people have said, okay, try and put 500 and see if you can maybe build it up to about 10k. So I always say, you just work with mathematics, where if I put 5k, you put 500. So if I put 200, you put 20. So it's exactly the same thing. At least it just answers the question. But the reason is, it might sound that like it's crazy, but for me, when I then put that and then I start playing 2020, and then I see 100x coming, I'm already saying, okay, this is what I've missed now. If I was playing 200, I would have picked this and I would have picked that, right? So obviously it's just for the sake of the video, but in terms of income, oh, my heart will be burning. It will be burning. I'll be thinking, no, man, this is a lost opportunity. But anyway, we are here. That strategy, I'm sure, the 2x strategy, I think we might want to try it. I want to hear if you guys can also try it. I know there's so many people that have been playing the 2x strategy, but I'm not 100% sure what would happen actually when the blues come. So maybe you don't have to play continuously. Maybe you just have to play with like that instinct, just skipping. So if I look at from the beginning, okay, the history is gone. There is so there is the history. I see 75, 16, 2, 3, 2, 2. So that's quite a number of, it's actually more than 9 2x's. So I'll have been a millionaire then. Hey, who can try that? Who can try that? I'm challenging you. Go ahead and try it. So it's the 2x strategy. Just multiply what you've got by 2, right? And the good part is, you've got 2 bets, the top one and the bottom one. So it gives you a chance to probably make it 2 million. 1 million on top, 1 million at the bottom. So okay, you might not start with 1,000. You can start with 100 maybe, or 100 on top, 100 at the bottom. But what you can see, there's a fair share of purples. It's been actually a high number of purples, to be honest, when you look at the history, right? Phone calls. Obviously, it's distractions. That is part of the reasons why when you've got a history like this, and I'm busy analyzing, when a phone call comes through like that, it actually takes up my mind. I'm thinking, okay, what do they want? Okay, but I still need to analyze my history, because when I analyze my history, I check when the last pink was, I check how big was that pink, what can I expect, right? So it's about derivations. What do I derive from what I see in the history? And at this point, I'll be honest with you, it has been a fair history. I saw at the bottom, there's been so many purples, there's been a few pinks, and to be honest with you, at this point, I should have gone out, but I just kept on going in. Now look at this, I'm now on about 6k, but to be honest with you, I had already made 4 times my money. And this is one of the killer lessons that I want everyone to learn. When you get whatever you get, you should be content, right? Be content, meaning be satisfied with what you've got. Like I always say, the Aviator game will always be there. The ones that are getting finished is us, the players. So you'd rather be patient. It's going to be playing throughout the whole day. It's going to be playing throughout the whole night, right? So just be patient, and times go out. I know I go against that at times, as evident. I've been there, now I'm going down. Now my prayer is, just give me one more time, I'm going to exit. If you give me one more time, I'm going to exit. But David is not going to listen to that. It's not going to listen to that. And I'm thinking, now it's going up, and now, 4x gone, right? So, because this is the thing, these chances actually do not come often. Rarely do you get a time where you just log in and then immediately, under 2 minutes, you've trebled your money. Under 5 minutes, you've made it 4 times, and then you still staying there and still hoping for more. And rarely do you get those pinks. Rarely do you get the 15x's. The times it's an 11, then you miss the other one. But that patience, that ability to wait, that ability to be able to read all that the history and all the information around the game will help, right? That's why it's important to add to the notes to say, what is my target? Remember, when we want to start, I know we might have a big target, but remember, like they say in business, there are what are called strategic plans, then there are what is called tactical plans. So the tactical plans are in the meantime, though we have the strategic plans that are by the end of the year, or maybe by the end of the session, or by the end of the day. So let's say for today, our strategic plan is to hit 50k by the end of the day. But our tactical plan is just to make sure that if I get in with 3K, if I make it 6K, I go out, right? And then I come back another time. So the reason why I always emphasize that one has to go out of the game, you log out of the session, do something else, and maybe then come back again. It helps you to normalize your thinking. It helps you to normalize decision making. Right, so you'll find out that you'll keep on doing the exact same mistake if you stay long in the game. Like I've stayed long and I'm back again to 3K. This is the reason. Because now I'm expecting it to come and to help me maybe in a way to pick up something that is going to help me maybe in the next session. That is if I have one anyway. I'm just hoping and praying that something is going to happen. But at this stage, you can see it is actually... I've been in the session for quite some time now, and being around for quite some time, I'm already asking myself, is it the time for me to leave, or it's the time for me to stay? Right. So, but now, because I've already come back to about, to about 3K, now it's at 2.7, right? And I've had 5 straight blues, which is the challenge. I mean, when we're talking about the 2X strategy. But look, it's been 5 straight blues, and I don't know when the next pink is coming. But because it's been a long time before the last pink, since the last pink came through, I'm now expecting another pink to come, and I'm expecting and hoping that it's going to be something above 15x so that I can maybe take a risk. I'll take a risk maybe and let it run all the way to 15x, maybe pick the first one, and then on the second one, I can pick it up maybe 25, 30x. It doesn't really matter. But what I just hope for is that it should happen. So at this point, it has given me the sixth blue, which is not a good sign for me. But now, because I've gone low, I always try and crucify myself and say, okay, fine, if I die, I die, because I've already made the wrong decision. And if you checked on that brief history that showed there, you'll see that there's been a very, very long time since the last pink came through. It's been probably something like about 30 rounds since the last pink came through. And now, because it's been a long time, I'm hoping that something could come. And I'm anticipating that maybe it could be big, but it might not be big actually. It might be something else. So when I see these things happening now, I see I'm getting to the purples again. I'm hoping maybe this is the time again. And maybe we are getting to that point where we will start getting those pinks back again. So there I pick up 5K. It was good that I was religious on the 5X. Yes, I get my 1K, and it's okay because it keeps me going. That is fine. But what am I expecting at this point? I'm still expecting a pink, and I'm still expecting a bigger pink. I'm still expecting a bigger pink. So now I'm hanging there and I'm hoping. But why would we play a hoping game when we actually had a chance? Why would I do that? That is the biggest question. So those are some of the lessons that many of you would want to learn. Because the thing is, I know most people, when I post a video like this, they quickly look at the beginning and they want to go and check at the end, and then they post a comment to say, oh, this and that. But they didn't really go through the video to understand really what has gone on and what lessons they can pick from it. I'll tell you now, I picked another 5x as well. So it was just about 4 point something, which was okay. It was just like inspiration that just to pick just before, because it went 512. 5.12 was going to be, it could have gone anywhere. It could have gone anywhere. I would have missed it. Very close. It could have been a stage timeout. But now, this is the third time it has given a purple, but I'm still going on because I'm expecting that it's going to give me a very good pink. And if it gives me a pink, maybe I go up a bit, then I'll go out of the game. And then from there, I'll start picking it up. But this is like 5 minutes to 1 now. I'm thinking it's getting to the payment zone. This is where it normally pays. And every sign is showing that it's the time. The first sign is that it has gone for a very long time and it hasn't paid a pink. It hasn't given me any pink. And then at the same time, the time on the clock is also pointing towards maybe a pink again coming through. But who knows? Because at times it goes the opposite way. And if it goes the opposite way and our expectation is the other way, the end result is depletion. We end up getting finished. But those are some of the lessons that we need to learn. I've always emphasized that it might not happen the exact same way that we anticipated. Right? Though you'll see that we anticipated 60-70% of the time our anticipations come right. But the 40% that remains that we get it wrong are more crucial than the 60%. I hope you get it right. Because those are the times that we start, like, except for example, I'm on 1.5 now. And it's been like 5 purples, but they've not really helped me anything. I'm almost done here at this point. And I'm thinking, what is it that I should do that can help me to stay? Should I stay or should I go? And at this point, when I'm looking at my balance, I'm not going to start a session with a 1K. This is me, right? And I'm not going to try and maybe alter the way I'm playing. It's my strategy. So I know many people will start saying, oh, okay, because it has done this, so because I've gone down, let me change. Then you change, you start playing 20 or 50, and then maybe say, let me try and build. Yes, it can actually work, right? There comes a pink, a very small pink. This was not my expectation. I was just hoping something comes, and then unfortunately it comes, but then it really didn't help me anyway because I didn't manage to pick it up. But anyway, I kept trying. That is the most important thing, is just to keep trying. So I keep trying, hoping that something is going to happen. It's always about hoping, nothing else. Hoping, anticipation. I'm checking the reaction of other players there. I check, we still have 5,700 players on there. I see many people are cashing out, maybe around 2x. Yes. But where am I? Let's check the history again. It's been a long time before a pink. When the pink comes, it's a very small pink. But then at this point, I'm thinking, it's about 3 minutes too. But I'm thinking, yes, I've got 3 more rounds if I can play. But is the pink going to come within these 3 rounds? Or this is going to be the end of me? That is the big question. As evident, you can see, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, it's been quite a long journey to get here. But then the question is, was the decision to stay a very good decision, or it was a very bad one? It's very easy to see at the end when you look at it, when you look in the rear view mirror to say what happened in the past. It's easier when it's history. But during the moment, you'll always be hoping and praying for something big, something good to come through, something, maybe a pink. Several times, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I've gotten it right at the end that it becomes so miraculous, such that I couldn't even believe it when it happens. When it comes through, I won't even believe it. But right now, what's my balance? Just look at my balance. I'm just checking the number of players. I'm just looking at the time, and I'm telling myself, where have I been and what have I been doing? Now, this is almost the end of the session. This is the end of me, I mean, to be honest. If I don't get a pink now, this is the end of it. 2.39, I'm out. What a lesson. I hope everyone will enjoy this. Yes, I know I've lost, but it's okay. We keep on trying. And I hope maybe you pick 1 or 2 lessons from this. See you again next time.